You know what time it is? Movie review. Today we are going to be reviewing How to Train Your Dragon 3. It was awesome. Seriously, this movie was great. I was a huge fan of the first two movies, and I gotta say this one was a really great ending to the trilogy. The animation in this movie was solid. Definitely the best looking movie of the trilogy. Just the clouds and then the water and the fire breathing and just the weather effects, particle effects looked really incredible. Like you could see his stubble on Hiccup and stuff. It just looked so good. The movie had a good amount of humor and most of the jokes were really solid. The humor was based mostly around Toothless and then the girl Night Fury, the Light Fury, their interactions and like his courtship mating dance stuff, and I thought all of that was very funny, and anytime they were interacting it was just like genuinely heartwarming and very cute. Now onto the like actual meat of the movie. The plot of the movie was really similar to the second one. Is basically there's an evil dude and they're trying to round up all the dragons. I thought this one actually had a better villain. He was pretty menacing and like really intelligent. He wasn't an idiot at all. I thought he was a really good villain. He actually gave some good tension because he was a smart villain who like was outsmarting Hiccup and the crew the whole movie. I wanted a little bit more on his backstory. It mentioned it a little bit that he like knew Hiccup's dad, and I like wanted them to explain little bit more about that just because I thought that'd be an interesting flashback or something, but I think they probably cut that out to save some time in the movie. The flashbacks that were in the movie were actually really, really well placed. Hiccup had some flashbacks with his dad and scenes where he was kind of off by himself thinking, and they were really well placed, and it added a lot of character to Stoic, and then it also just kind of developed what was going through Hiccup's head. Probably my favorite scene in the movie was when Hiccup came out with like a Kratos level beard. I mean, you should just go see this movie just to see that. Almost as good as mine. Maybe one day. There was some minor stuff that I didn't really like, but it's nitpicking a kid's movie. The side characters just kind of are completely incompetent when they're fighting, and then they still win, which I mean, it's a kid's movie. So if you skip the second movie of this trilogy, honestly, I think you should still just go see this movie anyway. Like the second one didn't add that much to the movie except for that Toothless can now control dragons, basically. The ending of the movie really made the movie. Like, seriously, the ending was so good of this movie. It was the perfect ending to this trilogy. And so I want to talk about that. So there's going to be some minor spoilers. I'm not going to like go play by play of the ending. But basically the ending where Toothless is kind of saying goodbye to Hiccup and Hiccup saying goodbye to Toothless like mirrored the first time they met and like the first time they like bonded and became friends. It like had the reverse of that, and then it was playing like the first time they were flying, that music, and it was such a good ending. Like they really put a lot of time and effort into this ending, and it really shows. They nailed this ending. When Hiccup and Toothless are saying goodbye to each other, it was a very emotional scene, and it really like it tugged on your heartstrings. It was a really emotional scene. They did a really good job with that. It was kind of a Return of the Jedi level ending where it kind of capped off the whole trilogy in this like grand ending. It was a glorious bonfire of an ending. Knowing all that, I'm giving this movie a tendy rating of 5 out of 6 tenders. It's basically the Caniac combo, but it's got some kid stuff in this movie that detract it from it a little bit. Overall, it was a really good movie with a great ending to a trilogy, and I highly recommend it. But that's just what I thought. Let me know what y'all thought down in the comments below. How'd y'all like the original How to Train Your Dragon? Do you think this was a good ending? And give me some more movies to go see. Remember to subscribe, yada yada. That's it for this one. I'll catch y'all in the next one.